Okay, so we are working on a SEMA Wagon today.
I should have
got her back here. Got her back here. Got the Texas Speed Titan intake on it. Got the MSD coils put on it with some Texas Speed plug wires. Got the Circle D converter bolted up to the Circle D flex plate. And now Jake and Sean are installing the vintage heat and air and running some wires. We got the Holley Terminator X Max for this project with their 12.3 inch screen. Is that thing here or is it still getting wrapped?
The screen is here, yes. It's over there on top of the K5.
Okay.
But the dash that goes into is being wrapped.
So we, most of our donks, we've done a console and put the, whatever screen we're using in that console. Well, this one, we wanted in the dash. So we had our guys over at Intense Audio mold it into the factory dash, which is not here, but if you guys haven't seen this monster screen that they provide, boom, 12.3 inches. Look at this, it's like a little TV. That's what it'll look like once it's powered on and whatnot. So we're trying to get as much done before we hit the road for NPK again. About to head to Idaho, and then we'll be back the following week so we can get even more done on this thing. But we're making some decent headway. Richard's been wet sanding. Good. Sean laid some dynamite in here this morning. It's all coming together. We're trying to maximize what little time we have here before we get real busy again. So we want to have as much of this thing done before we leave for that 8 weeks as possible, so that Jake and Monkey and Richard can do what they can do for us. So.
Yes. What? Oh, okay.
Turning out pretty cool. Got all the ICT brackets bolted on. Innovators West balancer.
I want to get it tight.
Of course, QA1 suspension all around, or at least up front. QA1 shock all the way
around.
Good.
Left and right.
Got the Hydro Boost that finally came in. Got it all bolted up.
Yep. Hydrotech Hydro Boost. We got the same thing on the Blue Donk, and these 14-inch Willwood brakes. They need some help.
They need some power behind that fluid.
Tell me when.
So the Hydro Boost, it's boosted by power steering pump. We have electric boost on the Fire Donk, which is just an electric pump that goes to the master and helps provide some stopping power there.
I don't even think you need to get it. It's good. Those. Yep.
Is this the first?
Which one? You sure? You feel tight. Good. That's already spinning out here. Like it won't go anymore. That sucks. I see what you're saying. I feel you. Pick it up when you drop it.
Put some red Loctite on that nut, it won't go nowhere.
It ain't going nowhere anyways. Oh, here, I'll just go get I can get it from right here.
Is this the first vintage heat and air you've put in?
It is. I have, the 55 has vintage air in it, but I didn't do it.
Yeah.
So this Chevelle has vintage air in it. I didn't do it. So yes, it is.
You pretty excited about this deal after seeing it all painted and everything?
It's a lot of work right now. Yeah. But when all this starts going on.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I even showed y'all. Y'all don't even know about all this. 24 karat gold plate. This ain't no powder coat right here. That's real gold plating. We've got the receipts for the checks that we wrote to pay for it, to prove it. Look at this. I'm gonna lay some of this up here. I can find the right one. show you all what this looks like. I think this is it. Sean's gonna yell at me. Look at that. Woo. Man, the gold on this green. Whew. Got the factory headlight buckets done. They're not super great. We got Sandman whittling us some out of some billet. But in case they don't get done in time, we've got the factory ones done, and they'll still look good. The billet ones will look better when they're done. So that is where we are on the wagon currently. It's hot out here. Went and bought us a porta-pool yesterday. It's not really doing much. And so yeah, we're getting done what we can get done. All right, we are getting some things done on this wagon here. Look at that. We got them big 26 by 12s in the back from Corleone. Got all the gold trim on it. Man, it is looking ridiculous. That paint job by old Slick Rick. Got the Texas speed motor all in here. Got a lot of the Holley stuff laid out in there for the Terminator X-Max that we're using. The Holley EFI MSD coils, just some little cheap shorties there because this ain't no performance ride or anything. So, but Sean and Richard are now over here putting all the clamshell stuff together. For those of you who don't know what a clamshell is, that is what they call the back gate on this deal. It's basically the window.
Hang on.
Clamshell. The back glass goes up into the roof. The tailgate goes down into the body.
Yes.
Oh, painter in there. He used his fingers on the first one.
He did, yeah.
Work smarter, not harder.
Then he realized it wasn't working.
Well, it was working, but I just didn't think you.
I'm spent, man. Like, I'm done.
Yeah.
I don't. We're about to go back on the road so we can take a break.
Yeah. Yep.
Like I see the guys, you know, taking breaks and chilling, and I realize that I do this to myself.
Oh, for sure.
You know, and I don't know if I'd have it any other way, because I think that I would sit around for a day or two and then be bored, and then I'd be looking at Marketplace to buy something.
Well, we do it every year. When NPK's done, we're like, it's time for a break. And then about 2 or 3 days later, it's, what are you doing?
I know.
What are we gonna do?
I mean, we just don't have it in us to not. Dad, you wanna put some on the balls too, or do you wanna?
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, we'll put some on the balls.
there's plenty in the track, I think.
I think there's two, but still.
Okay.
Oh.
But you know, it doesn't get done when you're in the house. Like, I text
Unfortunately.
my brother every weekend and send him a picture of the car and go, yep, nothing's getting done on this thing. You know, if you're not in the shop, nothing gets done.
Yep.
Like, I want to, you know.
I'd like to go golfing.
I would. I'd like to go golfing. I'd like to do some stuff. Now's not the time. You know.
We had to take advantage of this little bit of time off that we got. So once we leave Wednesday, we're gone for 8 weeks, unless we fly home for a couple of days at some point, which I'm going to.
We're for sure getting the time off between, what's the one right before Ennis?
The one right before Ennis is Steel. So once we come home from Steel,
okay. So we'll be home Sunday, and then we'll have Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and then
part of
probably
Thursday.
head to
we'll load
Thursday
this
morning.
deal up Thursday morning, and then we'll head ourselves
And
to
then
Ennis.
Dad will head
to
towards Vegas. And
hopefully, it doesn't
we
get in
will go
any
to
tight spots this year.
Do what now? You're giving me a trailer that's already been up, right?
Yep, we are.
So, other than that, car will get wired and the interior put in while we're gone.
Yep.
Hopefully.
I mean,
And then, other than that, we'll come home. We've still got some small things like, got to make a inlet temp, you know, cold air.
Oh yeah, yeah.
We got to hook up throttle. We got to hook up shifter. You know, a bunch of little stuff. Hopefully by the end of tomorrow, the clamshell is going to be working. But there's some stuff that you just can't find for these things. So we're having to use all the old stuff. This cable right here, this is a pretty big deal, and I don't have one.
You got one right there.
We're just gonna have to use this one. This right here spins in the motor, and then it runs this up and down, which we need to grease this too.
I'll be honest with you. I'm super impressed you took it apart without breaking it initially. And I'm even more impressed that we can still find it a year later.
And put it all back together?
Yeah.
I know. hey, and look.
I mean, I've seen a bunch of stuff that was labeled. There's jars up there that got stuff in them.
Hey, you know, after so many years of, and look at how much we still have walked around like this.
Yeah. We looked for vents for 2 weeks.
Just looking around. Yeah.
Turns out they were in the car we went to pick them up.
Yeah. I just walk around, just wandering around.
Yeah.
I look at Dad all the time and go, what are you looking for?
Yeah.
You know? Because that's what we did whenever I was growing up. Dad didn't label things. That's the reason I never did.
Yeah.
He didn't teach that to me. So
like you said, because there's a lot of stuff that you can't find for these cars. Most of these cars were turned into derby cars. There's a bunch of people mad that we're making this thing nice instead of using it for a demolition derby. But because of that, you have to repurpose this stuff. So we couldn't just rip it apart and cut it out. We had to carefully take everything apart so that we could reuse it.
I messed up the other day, and I broke out a window.
Oh yeah. So one of the back windows that roll up and down on the back door, it did not make it to its destination.
This track does not have a window motor provision, so it 100% goes like this. All right. And then this gets bolted down about where the tailgate's coming up.
Yeah.
Is what I'm picturing in my head. So so I was stupid. Well, first off, we tinted all the window before we put it in.
Mm-hmm.
And I have never in my life paid that much for window tint.
Oh yeah, it was expensive.
I don't understand. Well, a few days later, Ryan texted me and said, dude, window tint had to have went up. I've never paid as much as what I just paid to have these windows tinted.
Yeah.
And I was like, man, how much? And it was like $600. And I was like, double that is what it cost in the Wagon.
Yeah.
But also it's a Wagon.
And it's got a lot of windows, a lot of big windows.
So the first thing we did was we took the wrong window, which was one of the rear two windows, and we fit it all in the front window because I told Dad that's what it was. We scratched the tint all up doing that.
Scratch!
Yeah, I just scratched it all up. So it was gonna, and then once we scratched the tint up, I thought, fuck it, we may as well break this window. Gotta have it retinted anyways.
Yep.
So what I did was I walked over, I set it on top of this fan that vibrates as it's blowing. Man, it took it a good, what?
Oh, so it fell off. I thought you broke it as you were trying to like install it.
No. I was over here on the phone, talking on the phone, and I heard, and as soon as I knew what it was.
Yeah, wasn't even no sense in breaking your phone call up.
I knew exactly what it was when it happened.
Yeah.
And it had just slid off of that thing, and I put it on a box, to make sure nothing
so it had
happened
extra height to drop from.
I feel like somebody came over and kicked that deal on their way by.
Yeah, it wasn't me.
It was stupid. I shouldn't have done it, and it was 100% my fault. But what are you going to do?
Yep, you're going to find somebody that's got one and order it.
And what we did was I got this guy, I know this guy now, named Davey Boy.
Oh, yeah?
Yep.
Oh, Davey Boy.
I believe he's Canadian, because that's where a lot of these are. He is a derby guy, and he has, I talked to another guy who was like, yeah, good luck finding that. Those are exclusive to the Wagons.
Yeah.
If I'd have just broke out one of the front ones,
you could have got one from a sedan.
Yeah. The four-door cars would have been the same. Well.
But no.
So.
And four doors are everywhere. They say they're parts cars.
I don't know about. Yeah, probably. Yeah.
So they are assembling this. Monkey is working on the dash.
Tell them why Monkey's working on the dash.
Monkey did not trust Sean to work on the dash. He didn't feel that we had enough time.
Exactly why.
Monkey didn't feel that we had enough time for Sean to work on this dash, so Monkey just did it himself. He's placing some ABS in here and going to trim it out for our kicker head unit here. Oh, KMC5, same thing that I've got in shop truck. Works great. It's actually a marine application, but works just fine in vehicles. We've got one similar in the Blue Donk, similar in the Fire Donk. They're awesome. But had this thing painted, then we took it to our boys at It Tense Audio. They molded this piece to fit the big Holley EFI 12.3 inch screen. And then Richard painted the plastic pieces. So
Yeah, I took a break already.
also some more plastic work that Monkey has been doing is this thing has some huge wheel tubs in it to fit that big 26 by 12 wheel laid out. So Monkey come in here, trimmed up all the factory pieces to fit, and it turned out awesome. We'll have our guy at Eli's Easy Trim wrap this all up with the color to match the interior, and boom, it'll look amazing. So I can't get over the gold trim, how good it looks on here. It's all coming together. Got the vintage ace.
Just like we had hoped.
Yep, just like the rendering looked for the most part.
You changed the wheels out,
Yeah.
and we've nailed it.
Nailed it.
Pretty cool.
Vintage AC, got all the lines in for it. Of course, you can't see them because all hidden. Got all the ICT brackets on here. Got the Be Cool radiator in. Man, you know, really just wire it. Monkey got the fuel lines made up for me here from some Fergola stuff. So yeah, that's about it, man. Just a little few odds and ends. We're waiting on a grill because we haven't really decided what we're doing there. I think we did decide.
Show the dash?
I did show the dash. We decided on a grill, right? We'll wait for it to come in and show them. We're not super happy about it, but
There's very few grills that they make for these aftermarket, and you can't get new ones. Like any way you go about it, it's a 50-year-old grill.
Yep.
You know, unless you get the Tierra.
Yep.
You know, and I'm not super excited about putting a Tierra grill in it, but it is it's new and it's
new, shiny,
bright, shiny.
We've actually bought a couple grills. One was shiny, but it ended up being for the Fire Donk.
Yeah, that was really nice.
That one was really nice.
It's
And
gonna
then
look good in the Fire Donk.
the second one we got in was for this car, but it was pretty dingy.
I mean,
and it
you know,
just
50-year-old.
yeah, it's 50 years old.
And we would normally just take it and have it chromed or whatever, but we're not super excited about the look of the headlight bezels because they're plastic.
Yep.
And there's only so much that you can do with that.
If there's any imperfections in the plastic, I couldn't understand how the process works, but as soon as the gold plating or however that process works, if there's any pits or anything, it can just pretty much melt it. So they got to be extra careful, and it doesn't always turn out
Let's do this
great.
right here, and then let's flip this thing upside down.
You better take your spring off of there. Yes. See, I think it goes like that.
Oh, it does not. I've told you
Yeah, but you think
500
it comes
times
all the
it
way
does
down
not.
here.
Yeah.
Why would it do that and rub across the glass?
Well, because that's why it has that rubber on it. Oh. Well, I mean, it kind of makes sense. All right, Dad, you could be right.
He put it in there. I was like, I don't know, man.
Hey, record
It sure
that
does.
twice.
It sure does last for a while.
I mean,
It looks like it
seems
fits
like
there.
that's where it goes.
Yep.
I'll give Dad the benefit of the doubt on this one. It don't go there, but
Yeah. We'll try it your way this time.
I'm pretty sure that's where it goes.
The green and gold, man.
And why are the fans kicking? Oh, I was doing. Got no fuel.
What?
Pump's running.
Are we going into the wrong? We got the lines backwards back there. Let's go up and pull them off of the filter. Pull that return line off the filter.
Can't.
Just
Off the filter.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, let's go up. Fucking shit.
We can just
Fucking shit is right.
Man, it's just nonstop. Like I've fixed
Always.
57 leaks in the brake system. I've got one leak left, I think.
Yeah.
Is all. But it's stainless steel line and it sucks. So.
It's not very malleable. Hey, You remember that one time we won the grade 8 in Vegas?
I do. And then we had to haul ass home in my dually with my street trailer.
Yeah.
Because the Pete took a shit on us. And then we had one day to fucking get this thing running.
Yeah.
Luckily, Jake and Monkey had been working on it a little bit whenever we're gone. Jake got the thing wired. And the wiring's great in it.
He's been soldering his ass off.
Yeah. Hey, and everything just works.
Yep.
You turn the key on,
It just
no problem.
does.
For the record, though, the fuel pump was our fault.
Oh yeah, 100%. Well, it started off as Jake's fault because he made the fucking tank too goddamn shallow.
Well, then it started off as Jake's fault because he,
Inverted.
yeah, the two wires.
Oh, yeah.
So it was Jake's fault. I'm sorry.
Yep.
This was not our fault.
Bob's your uncle.
Yeah.
This is all Jake. We're about to fire this rig up though, allegedly.
I mean, we got to.
Yeah.
We got no other options.
It's got to go on the trailer because it's headed to Fat Fabs.
Yep.
They're gonna build us a new fuel cell.
While we're gone.
We did get the new dynamic driveline drive shaft in finally. Got that shaft all slid in here.
Ryan just texted me and said, we're getting some hell over here, bro. I don't have insurance on my trailers, and I got a
7/8?
trailer over at his place.
Yeah. Huh?
3/4.
Oh yeah.
Oh, if so, it's just a...
I know, that's where I was at. You guys,
not even a big deal.
You guys were making this a big deal.
I don't think they're backwards, just to let y'all know.
I mean, well, there's a blockage somewhere then.
Well, I'm not saying that.
Well,
Is it kinked?
I mean, I can't pull it out of the fucking in between the bag and the frame, that's for sure.
Oh yeah.
We let it all the way
Yeah,
down?
let that go all the way down.
That's interesting.
Let's try it. We'll do that first. Dalton, can you climb up there and cycle that key one more time? Yeah. Here you go. Let me have that wrench.
Well, can you now? Oh. It was literally up there
Yeah.
in between where it's not supposed to be. I ran the wires okay. But look at
Well,
this.
so right
this
here-
makes me think that we didn't hook them back up right.
Well, when
I made them nice and uniformed and fun, you know what I mean?
So when
I
they're
would
like
never run
this-
wires like that or
you see
lines.
this, you see these marks right here in this one?
I do.
This gets pinched
This is where
between
you
the frame
fucked
and the
up.
rail. This was smashed up here.
Okay, all right.
So I pulled it out, but yeah, I didn't expect the.
So how are we gonna know now?
He's gonna cycle it,
And then what?
it's gonna leak up there.
Is it going to?
I don't know. It's still loose, right?
Is it loose?
Go.
Sounds different.
I feel it. I feel it. It's got pressure. Ooh, I can't pinch this one.
So hard a cat can't scratch it?
Right?
Yeah, take that whole.
Oh yeah. No, hey, this one's still got pressure on it. You can pinch this one, but you can't this one. I'm guessing this one's the return.
Right? Supply and return.
Should be.
Okay.
That's the way I hooked it up.
Then
anyways.
it should be working right. The way that you hooked it up. Right. I guess cycle it again and we'll see if it leaks up there. Unless it's tight.
No, it ain't tight.
Like how loose is it?
Well, we have no pressure coming out of this filter. Nothing.
Is the filter on backwards?
I think it might be. Ain't the feed on the outside?
I don't know, go look underneath Richie's. His is the exact same thing.
I hate them.
Really? I thought it was a straight through, and then this is the return.
I mean, I sure fucking think so too, but
Last one I tried one of those.
Oh, he right though. Look at that.
yeah,
And then this actually still holding pressure back here.
the return side.
So hard a cat can't scratch it.
Oh yeah. This one has no pressure on
Yeah.
it. It is not going through.
So we swap.
Amateur hour around
Maybe
here.
it goes in and then returns out.
Maybe we use
Should say in
Google.
and out. On the back side.
In and out.
I mean, it says
Double
it
with
says
cheese and
out
extra
on this
spread.
side.
It does?
Yeah, Sean
Oh,
wired.
see, I ain't no
He
idiot.
plumbed this fucking thing up right.
I didn't ground it. You think that might be a...
It's grounded. What
Oh,
are you
I
talking
did
about?
ground it. No, then I don't know
Shit.
what's wrong.
I mean, these
Where we
could
fucking
still
out at?
potentially
Back side,
be.
It'll say return or it'll say in and return.
I mean, we got enough pressure. We're leaking on something.
On the back side.
I can't. I'm not
About
tall
to
enough.
get sprayed with gas.
Okay. Well, let me see.
Well, here, it's gonna bring this still over just in case we wanted to.
In case we want to read it.
Yeah, get up there a little, one step higher.
Okay. Let me stand up here and bang my head off some shit.
Ooh, bud.
Hey, We done took his step stool away.
Oh man.
These are gonna hurt later on in life.
I can't read shit.
I don't see where it says anything.
Did you figure it out?
That's
Figured out he's getting
that's
that.
weird where it's leaking from though.
Yeah.
It's not really where I wanted it to leak from.
But I think it's leaking because it's got
All the pressures.
150 psi of pressure on the return side.
I hope it don't have that much because then the injectors are going to leak everywhere.
Well, it's not to the injector. But whenever you deadhead that backside of that regulator, that pump will pump some pressure.
I need 13/16.
Son of a.
Or just that
crescent wrench.
crescent.
The old adjustable wrench.
Yeah. I've taken 4 shots. It's all been wrong.
What's a 13/16 under here?
The adapter.
Oh.
Flood everywhere.
Oh man.
Where are you running to?
Well, I didn't know what that
Shit.
was.
You think the thing was falling down on your head?
On my head?
On my head.
That's this, right? This is going to leak out.
You need another wrench? Another 13/16. Let me grab this.
Yeah, because this.
You just need to grip it down just a touch bit more.
Yep. Just can't get right, man. I need to go to bed. I'm tired.
Same.
Oh yeah.
You know, until like 3 this
That's
morning.
it. I didn't want to get up this morning, man, at all.
Dang. My alarm went off at 9 and I was like, fuck.
Fuck.
Huh?
Wicked smart.
Look at the brain bucket right there, guys.
Brains this operation. What kind of trick ass flashlight is that?
It's pretty sweet, isn't it?
Yeah, it's just a
Sean
clamp.
hates it.
But it's always a pain in the ass. This is the only time it's been good. It's the only time I looked at it and said, that's a good buy,
This is
Phantom.
exactly-
Good job.
this
This is
is
the
exact-
first time I've used this and I've thought, good job, Phantom. Every other time I'm like, fucking Phantom.
Why the
This
fuck
is
did he buy
exactly
this?
shit.
This is exactly.
Well, all of our flashlights have disappeared because they get left on the bottom of
Oh,
vehicles.
dude, I've bought 5 flashlights in the last 2 years, and it's really getting old. Like it's getting real old.
Yeah, but wherever they're at, they're still underneath there, I
They're
promise.
good magnets.
They do not fall off.
You know, I bet one of them's at least one of them's in Denver on that K5.
Just don't tell them. You can get it next time you go there.
She drove it out to the track when we were there the other day. Yeah, they drive it everywhere.
She's been camping in it. Even since we left there 2 weeks ago, they sent a picture of the tent on top of it and
Oh,
all that.
the
They
tent?
do all that, yeah.
I was just about to say we got a truck. They bought a truck that had a tin on there that they're trying to sell. Schmitty built.
Oh yeah, Schmitty built. That's Jeep shit.
Yeah.
If you're a Jeep guy, you know what Schmitty built is.
Oh yes. Now hop back.
Man, so how many more problems can we have with the fuel system?
Oh man.
Couldn't hit that key.
None after we fix those O-rings on the injectors.
Then you don't win anything.
How come that deal's grounded?
I don't know.
Monkey?
It wanted me to ground it.
Probably the same reason.
Just a good idea?
You know, maybe it's a good idea.
Good practice?
Just full on, no threads left.
Hey man, go ahead and tighten that up.
Yeah, he turned it the wrong
It's
way.
the only- It's the only hole.
Whenever
you got
I
in
drilled
this
through the frame to do that, I was like, and I just barely went in with it. And then Jake turned it the wrong way, just trying to pull it out. But you know these things. Hey, I love these.
Yeah.
Except they're always wrong. They're always the backwards from what you think.
They need to be a rocker switch like the impacts.
Do it again.
Any pressure? No.
Again.
Oh, there's no pressure on either. It should be flowing up there now.
Let me see the 11/16.
You gonna back that off?
No. All right, cycle it again.
Nothing coming out of the tank?
Nothing.
How? It was pumped up earlier.
That's a good ass pressure in there.
We find some pressures.
Now my hands smell like ass.
Ugh.
Ooh, the good stuff.
Good old lawnmower gas.
Yeah. Wow, what the hell?
Feel tight? Dalton keeps on getting out of the car. He's the key man. You're the key guy. You're finna fire this. You're finna make this whole thing happen, Dalton.
What are you guys doing out here? In my pocket.
I don't know, but we need to see.
There's one on the drive shaft,
pressure.
probably.
Oh, it's
Still hanging down there?
isn't it? It'll be dead, and we're gonna leave it there. We're gonna wonder once we start driving it what it is. Okay. I can hear it.
Oh my lord, my Lanta.
Oh, shit.
That one is not
Kill it.
tight either.
What is it?
That's the -6 on the bottom. This one.
Remember
here.
whenever I told you there was none of them were tight? I didn't
None
even
of
know
them?
there was one down there.
Yeah.
Who put? Where's the other end of that hose go?
You go up?
No, can you go down?
No. Oh, that's right. I didn't do that.
Oh no, I could grab.
And you put them all finger tight.
Oh yeah, because there was no injectors. We're fuel rails.
Then I had put injectors in it.
How much pressure does this thing have?
Should be 60.
Fucking a lot. Man, it seems like more than that.
I mean, you know, as long as that,
Look, I don't see nothing. Yeah,
long
just
as-
keep on cycling.
as long as that regulator's doing
I
its
don't
job.
see anything
Shit, man.
leaking.
That thing's sealed up tight as a drum.
Of course.
Start it.
Oh, Jesus.
Fire this rig up. You heard the man.
Is it in park?
I think so.
Okay.
I hope so.
I think it is too.
Bust right off.
It's gonna start.
Yep. We fill it up with oil.
Hey, did you put oil in it, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
You had to think about it. Are you sure?
I was fixing to say.
Sorry, I'm not a tuner. That's the best I can do.
Hey, no, it's great.
At least it ain't fucking looking like a diesel in here now.
I mean, you fixed more than half of it.
Yeah.
So let's get the brakes up, put a half-ass bleed on them,
Yeah.
and then we'll let them set for a while and then bleed them again before we drive it. And get it out to Jake in the morning.